I love Q&As. They make me feel so good. I love Q&As. They make me feel so bad.
Hello, once again from this crazy person. This is MPig, and today we're going to be starting off with a question from MSkull01, one of my YouTube heroes. He asks, what is the worst female character you've ever known? And that's a very simple answer to a very simple question. Bella from Twilight. I know some of you are going to be coming around saying, what? She couldn't possibly be the worst female character you've ever known. But she is the one that immediately pops up in my mind as the worst female character I can possibly think of. Think of her motivations. She is a needy, whiny, obsessive teenage girl. I've read the books. I haven't just watched the movies. I've done plenty of research on the whole Twilight phenomenon in general. And overall, part of the reason why I couldn't get into the books, despite the fact that they were badly written, was simply because of this girl. I don't mind if the rest of you like the Twilight books, because I know it has quite a fan base, and I've liked stupider things in the past, but I really want to know, what is appealing about Bella as a character? What makes Bella a character that you should care about, other than the fact that she's a complete needy bitch? What is there? There is nothing. Nothing that I could possibly think of, although this is maybe me coming from my male perspective, since I'm a man, and maybe I don't understand the inner struggles of this teenage girl and her angst and everything, but the whole thing is, she's manipulative. She's horrible. She can't decide, like, who she loves, so she starts making out with everybody. Like, even when she's together with Edward, she ends up smooching off on the werewolf guy at one point. And let's face it, like, any female character that does that who isn't immediately going to be punished eternally for it within the context of a story, to me, it's unsatisfying. Why would I want to follow a character who constantly does horrible things and makes bad choices? Why? Because apparently that's what teenage girls go for, and they relate to that for some reason. It reminds me exactly why I hate teenage girls. Now that I'm slowly coming out of my teens, I'm almost 20 now, I'm looking back going, oh God, no wonder I had so many traumatic experiences as a kid. I do not understand. These women, most of them, these girls, it doesn't compute with me. Next off, Carnival Riot X3 asks, have you ever watched Durarara or Kuroshizuji? I'm pretty sure I probably butchered that. If so, can you please do a review of them? I'd like to hear your opinion. Yes, I do plan on doing a review of Durarara or Durarara. That's the strangest title I've ever known. Pretty soon coming up here. It's actually on my to-watch list and my to-review list, so probably after I get this review for Maids vs. Butlers up, and after I finish my review for, what was the other one that I was watching? Valkyrie Chronicles, I will probably start watching Durarara. Right now, though, it's becoming quite complex, my reviewing schedule, since I'm actually trying to intersperse some actual live-action shows into the mix. I know, it's such a shock. I'm planning to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer as soon as I'm done with my latest anime review. I'm probably going to go off and start watching some Buffy, and maybe some Showtime shows as well. Continue watching Weeds, which, by the way, I implore anybody who hasn't seen that series to go check it out. Weeds is hilarious. If you're, okay, I'll say this. If you're above the age of 17, go watch Weeds, because there is some bits in it that are really raunchy and really not appropriate for people who are any younger than that particular age. But, you know what you like. And I'm not going to stop you if you're like 16 and you're going to go watch Weeds. Because honestly, I don't think it's going to brainwash you or anything. It's just an amusing, highly amusing show about selling drugs. And you gotta love that. You gotta admire shows about selling drugs. Especially when they're done so humorously like this. It's a very cool concept. Very great characters. There's a few points where it slips up, particularly in Season 3, where it starts, I don't know what the hell direction they decided to go in at the beginning of Season 3. But it is something that is consistently funny and is well worth the look. And Dexter is also pretty good, even though I haven't finished that. So yeah, that's what I plan to do with Durarara. And the other anime that you mentioned, Kuroshizuji. I'm going to call it Kuroshizuji since that's just what it looks like. I'll go and check it out, if at all possible. I've got a huge list going, so I'm not sure how exactly it's going to fit in, but if I end up looking it up on Wikipedia and it immediately takes my interest, sure, I'll look into it. Definitely. The Witty Reviewer asks, if Lucy has 5 apples, Malcolm has 4 apples, and Johnny has 5 apples, why don't they shut up and eat? I have no idea, man. Number 2, do you accept me as a high priest of Haruhiism? And if so, then you may refer to me as Sir Witty the Chosen. Alright, I accept you as the High Priest of Haruhiism. All hail Sir Witty the Chosen. Number 3, and this is a serious question, he said, did you see Umoki no Kaku Nore. I'm just going to put up the title. And if you did, do you agree that it was total rubbish? Because I personally don't see what was so bad about it. I haven't seen it yet, but chances are, if a lot of people are saying that's rubbish, I'll probably think it's rubbish too. That's kind of the way that I am with anime. Not because it's a group mentality sort of thing, it's just that I'm very picky. I actually am. I am a picky anime watcher. Some people are going to find that hard to believe, but there are very few shows that I actually watch all the way through that I actually enjoy. The rest of them are rather painful. For example, oh no, wait, I'm going to do a review for that, so I can't just say that it's rubbish right now, otherwise nobody's going to want to watch the review. Not that anybody will want to watch the review in the first place, because, well, it's kind of a crappy show. Yay, that one's done. Alright, Sukasa2K6 asks, did you play God of War 3, and thoughts? God of War 3, I did manage to play the demo, if that counts, but no, that doesn't count. I feel bad now. Number 7, did you know there's a cousin to Haruhi? Go on AnyDB and search Angel Beats. Unfortunately, I've already seen Angel Beats, although when he did ask this question, I hadn't seen it, so I'll give him credit. And yes, that is totally Haruhi's cousin, and it almost pisses me off how much Yuki, or what's her name? I don't think it's Yuki, it's Yukari or something. I'm pretty sure it's Yukari. Yukari looks a lot like Haruhi. Anybody who hasn't seen the series, don't deny it. She looks like Haruhi. There's no other excuse. It's like, oh my god, they just took Haruhi, they cloned her, and they put a different hair color on her and tweaked maybe 1 or 2 features, but other than that, she looks exactly the same. Generic anime design is not cool. It's getting very tiresome now. Stop being generic, guys. Please, seriously. I do not want to see more Haruhi clones. And his final question here is, did you play any anime games? If so, name them. I did play one of the Fullmetal Alchemist PS2 games. I don't remember the title, and honestly, it wasn't memorable enough that I need to remember the title. It was developed by Square Enix, which surprises me because it was such a mediocre, horrible game. Honestly, the combat was terrible. It felt like, I don't even know how to say it because it saddens me that, like, they would make an FMA game and just have it be like just another crappy cash-in. Because there's so many ways you can make an amazing game off of Fullmetal Alchemist. And I'm playing this PS2 game, just wandering through the environments, like killing enemies in the most generic, horrible ways possible. And I can't help but think to myself, wow, like no effort was put into this. They got the original English dubbing cast to do the voices, and there's little anime sections and stuff, and that was cool. But the actual game itself, it's shit. How could you do that? Why would you do that to my FMA? It's just like, you give me this promise that you're going to develop a good game, and it's like, don't worry, it's for the FMA fans, it'll be awesome, and then you play it and you go, no, as an FMA fan, I am ashamed that you would make such a crappy game. You lose. Good day, Square Enix. Good day. So, no, I haven't had very good experiences with anime games, though the Bleach fighting game for the Wii is not a very good game, but for some reason I did get my kicks out of it when I did play it, when I rented it. Which is strange, because, like, I was reading the reviews, and it got terrible reviews, and for good reason. The combat is not very good, and it's repetitious, and it's easy, and it's, like, it's a horrible game for the most part. But for some reason, I got my fan service out of it, because I bought some of the characters and everything out of the little, store that they had. Maybe there's more than one Wii fighting game now for, Bleach. This was the first one that had come out, though, and it was not very good. However, the Bleach fighting game for the DS kicks ass, and it's worth buying for just about anybody. Even if you're not a Bleach fan, go check it out. It's done by the same guys who developed Gunstar Heroes and Sin and Punishment. Those guys know how to develop a really good game for hardcore gamers. And that game, everybody loves that game. Everybody I've talked to, like even people who would shrivel their nose up at the very concept of watching Bleach go, yeah, that game's awesome. That's one of the best fighting games for the DS. So, pick that one up. That's a good example of a awesome anime game. There's lots of games that I have played that were within the anime style, though. So I will confess to the fact that, you know, Persona 3 and Persona 4, they may not be anime games per se, but they're very, very good games that are anime-esque. Now that the Q&A is over, come and visit us next time. Oh, and make sure to leave more comments. Okay, I'll stop that creepy voice now.